You want to get stronger? You want to build some muscle? Then I would recommend throwing in some body weight exercises in your workout program. I've always said, before you can lift hundreds of pounds worth of weight, you got to be able to lift your own body weight. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. Now today we're going to be talking about yourself, your body weight. I don't care what your goal is, whether it to be strength or hypertrophy, there can be a way to see results in any one of those two by utilizing just you. Body weight exercises. There's a giant misconception out there that thinks that the only way you can see results, again, whether it be to look better or be stronger, that you need some type of workout equipment. You need barbells, weight plates, machines, dumbbells, resistance bands, kettlebells, any facet of equipment. It's realistically not necessary. Depending on what your goal is, you can get away with achieving it via the use of body weight exercises. But there are plenty of things you have to take into account to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and be sharing you with my personal experience and my personal thoughts on body weight training and incorporating it into your workout routine to see the results of getting stronger and building muscle. But before we get into that, I want to tell a quick story about this little guy right here. This right here is what you call a power tower. Great for body weight exercises, and even better for me, I didn't have to pay for it. Literally a couple days ago, I was just driving home from work, all right, minding my own business, and the route that I take to come back home, we passed by this one street where it has a lot of warehouse businesses. I'm pretty sure y'all seen in those industrial looking cities, a lot of the warehouses just back to back. We see the big dumpsters out in the front. So that's exactly what I came across. Driving down the road, minding my business. For some reason, I decided to look over to the left. What do I see? One of these warehouses with the dumpster right there in the front, heaps of trash everywhere in front of the dumpster. And right amongst that trash, this little guy right here, literally right next to the dumpster, amidst all the trash. And I was thinking, are they really about to throw that away? I mean, it's next to the trash can. It looks like trash. Must be trash. But I'm like, why would you throw away such a great piece of equipment? I'm like, why didn't they put it inside of the trash? But yet again, there's trash on the floor as well. They didn't put that in there either. So I'm like, are they getting rid of it? Are they not? Should I take it? There's security cameras out there. You know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. So good thing, I always carry tools in my car. I always carry a toolbox in there for whatever reason. Came in handy. Busted out the toolbox, took it apart, put this piece in my car, brought it back home, put it back together, hosed it down, got all the dirt off. Perfect. Great piece of workout equipment for free. And a couple days later, no cops have showed up. So I'm assuming it was trash, or else they would have called it, because again, my license plate was on the security camera. So huge plus for me. Great way to incorporate a higher variety of body weight exercises into my routine. So you already know, this past week, I was utilizing this like crazy. Obviously, I was doing the pull-ups, just repping it out. Obviously, I was introducing those dips. I don't do those too often, mainly because I don't have a dip machine, or I don't have anywhere to do dips off of, but now I do. This one right here, the biggest game changer. I love doing leg raises. For abs, I just don't have anywhere to do them, so oftentimes I have to resort by doing just lying down on the bench. You do it lying down on the bench, it's completely different from actually doing it on the proper machine like this. There's just so much variety with body weight exercises that I can do on this piece alone that really prompted me to think, do many people know the benefits of body weight exercise? Can people actually build muscle and build strength only with that method of training? Without a doubt. But you got to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So let's break it down into two big categories: strength and aesthetics. Strength is always going to be measurable. Strength is always going to be numbers driven. So whatever it is that you're going to be getting stronger in, that's what you're going to be taking note of. When it comes to a lot of body weight exercises, a lot of it can be strength driven, because realistically what you're trying to do is trying to increase the amount of repetitions that you do. Keep in mind, we're strictly body weight focused. So it's not like you can add more and more weight. You just can't keep adding weight to your body. Obviously you could add a weight belt, but for the sake of this video, we're talking about just pure body weight. But what you can do with a lot of these exercises is just increase the amount of repetitions that you can do. So if I were to go back to doing leg raises, okay, let's just say I could only do 20 before my abs give out. Next week, let's try to aim for 21. then 22, 23. So you see, just adding reps to it. When I do my pull-ups, that one should be obviously very numbers driven. Maybe right now you could only do 6 pull-ups, okay? Try to work a little harder to get 7, and then 8, and then 9. If we're gonna go ahead and be doing tricep dips, okay, maybe right now I could only do 3. But you know what? In a couple weeks, my goal is to eventually finally hit 10. There is nothing wrong with using the body weight exercises as a way to measure your strength, because obviously if you're able to do more, then that should be a good indicator that you are in fact getting stronger. But it does get to a point where once you're doing sets of 20, 30, 40, even things like push-ups, very common body weight exercises. I know a lot of people that can rep out easily 50 push-ups. Yes, you can keep getting stronger. Yeah, you could have a goal of getting up to 100. But at that point, I mean, do you really want to do sets of 100? That's pretty time consuming. Why wouldn't I just jump on a bench press instead? I could just limit it down to 10 reps, but have a massive amount of weight on the barbell instead. And I can still get stronger on that. So you see, it really just comes down to personal preference. If you want to get stronger via the use of bodyweight exercises, by all means, go for it. But you are going to be pretty limited. Because let's just say barbell exercises, dumbbell exercises, there's just so much more variety in the types of exercises that you choose to get stronger in. I want to get stronger in a barbell back squat. Okay, good. If I want to go ahead and get stronger on a goblet squat, okay, good. If I want to jump ahead and go on the hack squat, I can get stronger on that. I could keep increasing the amount of weight. Whereas when we're just with body weight, realistically, how many variations of squats can you really think of? It's really just body weight squats. Once you start going to single leg, at that point, is it really a squat anymore? No, at that point, you're just doing a bunch of body weight lunges. So you see, there's just more variety, especially with the lower body lifts. If I want to get stronger in deadlifts, in RDLs, hex bar deadlifts, anything where I'm picking the weight off the ground, a lot of variety. But you tell me a hamstring exercise outside of maybe Nordic curls that you can get stronger in body weight wise. Other than Nordic curls, there's really not much. And even then, it's pretty hard to set up because you either need a specialized bench or you need a partner to hold down your ankles to do that exercises. Again, it really just comes down to personal preference. Just know with body weight, you will be pretty limited, but with the very limited exercises you can do, you could always increase the number of reps or whatever your goal may be. Now, as far as hypertrophy goes, a little bit more leeway in terms of the amount of exercises you can do, but there's a little bit more room for error in terms of actually seeing the results of hypertrophy. What exactly is it that we need to do to see our muscles grow? You obviously have to apply the stimulus to it. The stimulus is the contraction and the lengthening against resistance. The big thing here is resistance. Where is it coming from? We've already established we're only doing it via body weight. And if you've already gotten stronger, like everything we just finished talking about, and in certain exercises, you're getting to the point where they become too easy, body weight is not enough, then are you realistically going to continue to see those same type of muscle increases as you would compared to when you were a beginner? Not really. Let's take the pull-ups as an example. Any kind, overhand pull-ups, underhand chin-ups, close grip, wide grip, I don't care. You just take any type of movement where you're pulling yourself up, use that as reference. When I was a beginner, I couldn't even do any at all. I was struggling just to get one. But then through consistency, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 15, 20. Now for me, pull-ups, body weight-wise, super easy. So if I were to continue to do sets of 10 pull-ups right now in the state that I'm in, oh, I'm gonna rep them out like crazy with ease. So although, yeah, I may have done 3 sets of 10 with bodyweight pull-ups, yeah, that's good. But am I really seeing the muscle gain? No, without a doubt, absolutely not. But if you were a beginner, if I was a beginner and I could barely do, let's just say 10 at a time, and that last one, the 10th one, just struggle to get it, will I see results from that? Absolutely, my lats will blow up from that point. But what exactly is the difference? How is it that when I was a beginner, 3 sets of 10 really helped me develop my lats, get a wider back, get that V shape, but now years later, 3 sets of 10 on bodyweight pull-ups all of a sudden is not doing me anything? It's because the difficulty level, when it comes to any exercise with the goal of building the muscle, there has to be effort behind it. There has to be strain. There has to be difficult. Those last few reps have to burn. They have to feel uncomfortable. It shouldn't be painful because of bad form. It should be painful because you're actually pushing your muscle and you're forcing it to grow. You don't always have to train to failure. I'm not saying go absolutely 100% all out on every set, but what I am saying is you need to train close to failure. Whatever amount of reps you do, by the time you're done with that last rep, you're stopping at a point where you could have done one, maybe two more left afterwards. Not always training to failure, I cannot emphasize that enough, but training close to failure. And the problem with a lot of bodyweight exercises is that we get so strong with them that eventually we just start doing higher and higher and higher amounts of reps, but they're becoming real easy. You see a lot of guys out there repping out those push-ups. Okay, good, you're doing 3 sets of 50, but by the time that they're done with that 50th one, you look back at the entire set, they're just speeding through them. Essentially, that's just a set of cardio. Are you really building up the muscle? You stopped at 50 knowing that you could have done even more so, but if you do even more, it's just super time consuming. So you see, it gets to the point where if you want to continue to do bodyweight exercises, by all means, with the goal of wanting to get a better physique, yes, continue to go about it, but find new ways to challenge yourself. For me, dips, great exercise to build up those triceps, great exercises for the pecs. But if I were to just speed through a set of 10, all right, did it look challenging? Not really. But what if I were to find good and better ways to continue doing that exercises, but in a new way that prompts a new stimulus on these muscles? So now, instead of just doing 10 reps where I'm just speeding through, now I'm gonna go ahead and do 10 reps, but I'm gonna go slow on the way down. I'm gonna really take my time, go maximum amount of range of motion, really stretch out those triceps, full contraction at the top, manipulate the tempo, manipulate the speed. Things like that are what's gonna make exercises like that a lot better for the sake of hypertrophy. When it comes to pull-ups, we already established I can do a bunch of them. All right, no big deal. But now, how about instead of continuing to do 10 at the normal pace, how about now, boom, slow, controlled, take your time, fully dead hang. If I were to continue to go up on my pull-ups as easily as I could do them, I'm not gonna get anywhere. If I just end up doing more and more reps, at that point, am I really doing it for the sake of building up my lats? No, at that point, I'm just wearing out my cardio. At that point, the limiting factor is not necessarily my back or my biceps or my grip strength giving out. It's the fact that my heart is just beating so fast. At that point, you're doing that many reps, it's cardio. I mean, come on now, let's be completely honest. Find new ways to challenge yourself. There is nothing wrong with doing bodyweight exercises for the sake of building muscle, but it just gets to a point where once you get stronger and those reps increase, you gotta find new ways to make it challenging. So there you have it, everyone. Bodyweight exercises for the sake of strength. Is it doable? Yes, very numbers driven, but you are pretty limited in what exercises you can measure your strength on. For hypertrophy, are there ways around it? Yes, just constantly find ways to challenge it. Because once you start getting into those higher rep sets as you get stronger, man, at that point, are you really doing it for hypertrophy? Are you really testing your muscles? Or are you really testing your cardio? Take that into account. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you did, and also comment down below any other video suggestions you may have for me, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help you all out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new videos, because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.